Wow. Okay, so I just watched Gunpowder Milkshake. I did my review of the trailer for Gunpowder Milkshake, the new action, sort of like John Wick style movie that was coming out on Netflix. I did that a couple of weeks ago, and today is the day that the movie was released on Netflix, and I just finished watching it. And man, I was not expecting the action in this movie. This movie had tons of action. I mean, I kind of already knew it was going to have tons of action from the trailer, but I was pretty surprised at the amount of action that it had. This movie was almost a 2-hour action scene. You know, it was a lot of action in this movie. Now, Gunpowder Milkshake is what I called in my preview, in my trailer preview, a female John Wick style movie. It's a shoot 'em up. It's an action movie where you have like the assassin that, she does something that, makes it so that all of the other assassins in whatever the organization that she worked for are now after her. So she has to survive and live the night. And there's tons of gunplay and shooting and fighting and all of that kind of stuff. Similar to a John Wick style movie, Nobody, another movie like that had like a similar type of basic plot when you look at it in its basic form, this most basic form. Gunpowder Milkshake is the same way. And it was good. I liked it. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It gave me everything that I hoped for as far as a John Wick style movie. Basically, the premise of this movie is you have the main character who is like an assassin. She's like a John Wick boogeyman style person. She's the person that gets sent out to do different jobs. She is basically sort of like a killer for hire. She works for this company called The Firm, or I'm not sure if it's a company or organization, but it's called The Firm. And The Firm is similar to all of those movies like that, where they have like a organization where they contract out jobs and all of this kind of stuff. While she's on a job, she make a mistake, and she didn't make a mistake. She was sent out to shoot this guy that stole some money. But right after she shot him, she realized that the reason why he stole the money was because his daughter was kidnapped and he was forced to do so. So while he's almost dying and she takes him to get help and stuff, she decides to go and get the daughter because she's like, I can't, it's my fault she's not going to get saved, so I need to go and do that. So she goes and gets the daughter, and when she does that, everything goes crazy. Everybody goes after her. Her own organization, another organization from a previous job, and the people that she betrayed with it. Everybody's just after her. And she just it's just exciting. She's just kicking butt and shooting up and all kinds of stuff all throughout this whole movie. Now, one of the things about this movie is her background is that her mother was also in the game. And the movie starts off, 15 years prior, she was still a kid. And her mother had did something similar, and she had to go on the run. And when she went on the run, she just disappeared for 15 years. So she kind of grew up on her own for at least the last 15 years of her life anyway. And one good part about this movie is that the mother, after she gets in this trouble and she needs help, she goes somewhere. Actually, she is led to a location, and her mother just happened to be there. And then when her mother found out about everything, she helps her out, But all I have to say is that I really enjoyed this movie. The actions, if one thing I said in my video, in my review of Nobody, which I didn't have to even think about in this movie, but in Nobody, the main character, I pretty much knew him as playing in more comedic roles, and the whole time when I was watching that movie, the thing that was in my mind was that, do I buy him as an action star? And that was a thing which eventually, as the movie went on and I saw a few fight scenes, I did buy it. And then that thought left my mind and I was able to basically enjoy that movie. Now, this movie, I never had that thought because right from the beginning, I bought her. It was never a question on, do I buy her? And it may be because I didn't know too much about, what she's done before. So I didn't have like a preconceived notion about Karen Gillan, who is the actress that plays the main character. But yeah, I never had to think about that. To me, she looked the part. she was that person from the very beginning. Even at the flashback where the movie started out, where she's supposed to be, I'm not sure how old she's supposed to be, but the flashback is 15 years prior to the events of the movie. So I'm guessing she was probably, I don't know if they're trying to say she was 15 at that time or what, but even at that point, I saw her as that person, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. Really good fight scenes. They had, like, if you look in the trailer, they had like another cast of characters, the library, and the world that they built out. It seemed like they tried pretty hard to build out this world, like they had a library, and that's where you go to get your weapons and stuff, and they're hidden in library books. And I like how they mixed that in together. How when she go and looking for weapons, they would offer her the weapons by the book's title. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was pretty interesting. They call themselves the librarians, and it seemed like they had a place in that world, in that like mercenary assassin style world. They had a place in that world, which to me worked. There were a couple of things that I kind of felt like they were trying, but other than that, I really enjoyed the movie. I liked the world. I liked everything. The only downfall I could say, which is hard for a movie to stick the ending, is while the ending scene I thought was entertaining, I wasn't really satisfied with the ending. It kind of ended where the main character wasn't even the one that did the thing at the end. You know what I'm saying? Which it took away a little bit of the satisfaction for me. I don't know how they could have done it better, but for some reason at the end, a little bit of a spoiler, at the end when you got the big face off at the end, the main character actually leaves the room, and the rest of the cast is the one that takes care of the final conflict. But yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but I still enjoyed it. What they did was enjoyable. It was interesting. A lot of action, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie. You gotta go check it out. It's on Netflix, and it's called Gunpowder Milkshake. I just watched this movie. I've just finished watching it probably less than 10 minutes ago. I haven't read any reviews or anything. Not sure what anybody else is saying about it, but for me, I really enjoyed the movie. One of the better movies that I've seen recently. I've watched a lot of movies recently, and I would say this is one of the better ones. I liked it better than I liked the Tomorrow War. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Make sure check out. I got down in the description. I got a link to a survey. Make sure you click that link. Go through the survey. It's not that long. And also there's an option there where you can be entered to win a $50 gift card. So go ahead and check out that link for a survey. It's called the DLJonesBooks survey. It's not that long, probably about 6 or 7 questions. Just general questions about what you see here on the channel. But go ahead and click that, subscribe to this channel, and thank you for watching the video. I'll see you next time. Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. While you're here, why don't you check out that video right there? Or maybe that one right there. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that little picture of my image there and subscribe to my channel.